I got involved probably back in 1990, I would say 6. Worked at a busboy at a restaurant in Daytona Beach, and some of the older staff decided it'd be fun to take me out to Orlando, and we went to a club called The Edge where Icy was playing. Instantly fell in love with it. Instantly had to go buy turntables, started buying records. So, and then I got my first DJ spot at a place called Soul Rays, which was in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Same deal. A bunch of friends wanted to take me out to a club. We ended up going to Outer Limits, snuck in. They pushed me right past security, snuck right in, walked right up, watched the DJ the whole night, and then went back the next week, snuck in again, met the DJ, and within about 2 months I was opening the main room. He was right when people were walking in, he let me play and practice, and that was about 97. But I've been playing since.
Oh God!
Definitely not smooth sailing.
Mine was. I can remember it vividly. I actually went to a friend of mine's house and practiced my set. I had all my records lined up in order, and I remember it was the Funk Phenomena remix record was my first record. And I think I played a K5 record after that, and I was very nervous. It was a mess.
Yeah, I was a mess. I was nervous. There was probably 6 people walking in, and I think if one person there, I was nervous. But it was I wanted to do it more than anything. And it was fun, but definitely a nervous experience first time. It was a big club, so.
When did you know that you had something?
Well, that wasn't until, if we're even saying that that's even happening, I guess it's recent. I guess it's happening now. Well, I don't know. Him and I met in 2005, kind of at a fluke meeting. A friend of ours had a party, and we were playing at the same party. And I don't know. I guess I never really took it too serious till I teamed up with him. And I remember our first real show together was at Firestone with Shiraz, and it was, we did all the goofy things, and I think one of our first road trips was to New Orleans, and it just, last year we played Ultra, playing it again this year down in Miami. So
how was that?
It's good. It's a good experience. We're very grateful for it. We had the fortunate opportunity to go over to Europe, over in England and Spain with the iBreaks, Jay Mecca. His crew brought us over there. So I guess just kind of now it's actually real.
Everywhere I went, I'd play for free, open everywhere. But like you said, at the time I was getting good gigs. Took a few years off, but until we actually linked up in 05, my gear was just kind of sitting, wasn't producing really anything. We just got in the studio. I said I wanted the house. I said, and we put out a record. I think the next month.
Yeah.
What direction do you see the break beats going from here?
Well,
let's start with the trends. Yeah.
The trends seem to be kind of all over the place. The new school tear out. Now it's a lot of edits, a lot of, I think now the big thing is a lot of electro, like house or electro remixes, edits. There's no disputing house and trance is still worldwide. So from a production angle, from a crowd, you play something that's familiar. From an original standpoint, I just listening to music. I was on Beatport today. It's all over the spectrum right now. Basically, I think if you just do what you want to do, and I think when you see somebody DJing something that they do, it comes out in them. I don't know. There's a difference between DJing your own music and DJing just music you buy. It's cool. It's cool to have your own stuff. So
it's definitely awesome to stay away from trends and do your own thing and be unique.
Well, we've taken some hits. We're funky Florida break DJs, and as much as that's gotten smacked around the scene, we stuck with it. We're still breakers, and while we, under the DnF name, we do all multi-genre stuff. We still love a good funky break with a good vocal, so that will never change. Everything is so cross-genre. You'll hear house, you'll hear hip hop, top 40 dance. You'll hear all that in the same night. So I think it's a lot easier now to take the music, if you play the crowd right, to slap in a couple true underground maybe songs. I think right now think it's starting to hit stride again. I mean, it's definitely a lot more acceptable. You got all the internet outlets letting you access it. All the MySpace, Facebook, everything is just, it's so accessible.
Do you see drum and bass and all the other genres as having issues, struggling in the scene anywhere else?
It seems, being traveled the last couple of years, it's definitely a region, city by city thing. We're from in Orlando, for instance. I mean, it's you'll be in a top VIP drinking bottle venue, and they'll be playing house, and it's or you know, breakbeat. It's not. It has hit the main. But they still do some of the old school club shows, and
they
pull.
And
they pull. It just
pull.
depends on, you know. Just depends on where you're at and what you're into. You know, I like a good underground, you know, house party, rave party, just like the next person. I also enjoy a really good, you know, venue in Miami, you know, with you know, a really attractive crowd, proper dress, all over the place. Just depends on where you're at.
Do you have a particularly favorite city that you've been to that you would go back to in a heartbeat?
In America?
Wherever you played out, what has struck you as, wow, this would be so awesome to come back there?
As a wow, to be honest, surprisingly enough, one of our funnest gigs was in Nebraska.
Yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska.
We had a blast.
I'll have to say he's probably Lincoln, Nebraska for Chief, and that was an amazing time. It was a foot of snow, freezing out, didn't think anything. I mean, it was just hardcore, start to finish. Everybody was out for the music. Amazing show, for sure.
Yeah, we played a lot of good cities. It's hard to, but that was definitely one that surprisingly really stood out for us.
Yeah, anything around home, you know, anything down, you know, anything around where we're from is always fun too. But I probably have to say Nebraska was awesome. Kansas City, we just went to have a good time.
Kansas City was really cool too. Yeah.
So.
Well, you're going to be throwing down tonight at our 1-year anniversary, and so we're really happy to have you here. So,